Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you don't already know me, my name's Sam. I am a licensed cosmetologist, and tonight we are going cowboy copper. I'm excited, but I'm also kind of nervous because I have not changed my hair color in like a year and a half, and it's just super healthy. I recently cut like a foot of hair off, but I have just been craving a change, so we're gonna do it. So I have previous color in my hair. This is not all just like my natural virgin hair. For that reason, this is gonna be a two-step process. Now, if you have virgin hair, meaning you have not put any color in it at all in years, or if your hair is already blonde or like a light brown, then you can skip straight to the color step, like just apply your copper color directly to your hair. What I'm gonna do is I am going to do a bleach wash just to kind of bump my color up a little bit, remove like that top layer of dark artificial color. The first step that we are gonna do is take some lightening powder, and I'm gonna mix that with 10 volume developer. This is gonna be nice and low and gentle. The goal is to not make my hair blonde. I just wanna bump it up a little bit. So I'm gonna do like a 1 to 1.5 ratio of that. So 1 part lightening powder to 1.5 parts developer. If your hair has a lot more color buildup in it, like if you've been using black color on your hair and you have like multiple layers of permanent, you probably want to do something a little bit stronger. In that case, I would say probably use like a 30 volume developer. And I like to use a food scale to measure out my color and bleach and all of that, just so I know I'm getting an accurate measurement. And I want enough that I can apply this to my entire head. So I'm gonna start with 30 grams of lightening powder, and then we want 1.5 times that much. So 45 grams of 10 volume developer. Then I'm just gonna add a bunch of conditioner. I'm not even measuring this part. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. This is just a random conditioner, the Redken Color Extend. Just kind of had this sitting in my shower and I'm trying to get rid of it, but you could do any conditioner. Is this conditioner? This is shampoo. Oh no, this is conditioner. You could do conditioner or shampoo. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you have on hand. Okay, I got my gloves on. Now I'm gonna brush through my hair. And I'm just going to section off the top, and I'm just gonna work from the bottom and work my way up to the front in just horizontal sections. And I have this comb here, so I'm gonna comb it through and make sure that I'm saturating the hair. I am not applying this to my roots though. I'm gonna say at least 1 inch away from my roots, because my roots are going to lighten fast and I don't want hot roots. So I'm just focusing this mostly on like the mids and ends where there's the most like built up color. Now that the hair is all saturated, I am just going to let this sit, and I'm gonna keep an eye on it and just keep like mushing it into my hair. And then once it looks like it's getting a little bit lighter and I'm seeing like some warm tones, I will be back for the next step. So it's been about 40 minutes, and as you can see, my hair definitely lightened up. I even got a couple like blondish spots up in through here. This is why I said You don't want to go all the way up to your root, because the closer you get to your root, it processes faster because your scalp gives off heat, but also the hair that's freshly grown usually doesn't have as many layers of color in it, so it just lightens a lot faster. So I'm going to give this a nice shampoo, and then I am going to just rough dry it, and I will be right back. Okay, now that my hair is dry, look at that gold up top. My hair actually got pretty light and it feels really good still. I think this is gonna be a good base color, like a good starting point to put the copper on top. I'm doing a combination of level 6 with level 5. And right now, my hair, I would say, is about at a level 6. So that's perfect. So for the actual copper color, I am combining a few different colors. So I'm using all Wella KP Perfect color, which is a permanent color. Permanent is going to give me like that tiny bit of lift that I'm looking for, and it's going to give me more coverage. So it's going to even out any of the banding and unevenness that I'm starting out with. And I'll have this exact formula in the description, but I'm doing 6-stroke 7-3, which is a dark blonde brown gold, just like a golden brown to give it that natural color, because I don't want to be like fire truck red. We want this to be like a brownish copper, so it's important to add in some brown and some like natural tones. So I did half a tube of that. Then I did half a tube of 5-stroke 5, which is a dark red violet, and then a quarter of a tube of 6-6-stroke 4-4, which is just an intense dark red. And it can be very, very intense. So that's why I'm only doing a quarter tube of that, because I don't want, again, for it to be like fire truck orange. So I have all my color in the bowl here, and I am gonna start out with 30 volume developer, and I'm just going to apply it from like here down, wherever my hair is still looking a little bit dark on the ends. Obviously I want to avoid this blonde band, but everything from there down I'm going to apply first with the 30 volume, and then we're going to mix up the color again with a lower volume developer for my roots and the blonde band area. And this particular color is professional only, so if you are not a professional, I will also link some colors from Sally's that you can get as a non-professional that will be very similar to this and give you a really similar outcome. And you want to make sure you're wearing gloves for this part because it will stain. So this time I want to be a little bit more precise with my application. So I'm splitting my hair down the middle, all the way down the back, pulling it all forward, and I'm just going to do 1/2 at a time, starting again with underneath first. I just like it's easier to work that way. And again, I'm not going to apply anywhere where that blonde band is or to my roots. And once I apply it to one section, I just run my fingers through it to make sure it's fully saturated. And the reason why I'm using 30 volume developer for the mids and ends is because 30 is stronger, so it's going to give a little bit of lift. Like I said, my hair already lightened a decent amount, so I don't really need it to lift my hair too much, but I do want to make sure that I am getting as much of that color as possible. I want to make sure that it's vibrant, and I don't want it to look darker on the ends than it does towards the top. So using a stronger developer is going to really make sure that the color is like packing a punch. And then I'm going to do a lower volume developer up top where I don't need as much of a punch. So that way it'll all blend in together and I'll get a more even result. Even if you didn't end up with a blonde band like I did, I still recommend using a lower volume developer for your roots just to ensure you don't end up with hot roots. The nice thing about reds is I feel like they're so reflective, which makes them really forgiving. So even if the color isn't 100% even, you can't really tell unless you're like separating the hair and really looking at it up close. Now I remixed that same exact formula, but I did it with 10 volume, just a little bit less because obviously we don't need as much color. And this I'm going to apply to the roots and the blonde band area. I decided to put some on my brows too, so that they'll match my hair, and I'm just making sure that I get all the little baby hairs around my face, especially these sideburns. Now I'm gonna go clean all the color off of my skin. This is gonna process for 40 minutes. I'm going to shampoo and condition it out, and I will be back with the big reveal. So here is the final hair. What do we think? This isn't the best lighting because it's really cloudy and raining, but I love it. It's like the perfect color because it's still dark, which is what I wanted. And then it just looks different in different lighting. Like if I'm just inside in dark lighting, it still looks like I just have dark hair. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Like I said, I will have formulas and links to alternative products in the description. And if you'd like to see more hair tutorials by me, make sure you subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you really soon in my next video. Bye.